You want to win? Good. Then get ready to do it alone because nobody's coming. Nobody gives a fuck about your excuses, your pain, or your tears. That's the harsh truth most weak motherfuckers can't handle. Everybody wants success. Everybody wants to be a savage. But the moment they realize they've got to walk that road by themselves, they fold like little bitches. But not you, not today. You've been leaning on people too long, waiting on support, hoping for someone to hold your hand through hell. Let me break it to you straight. If you want to build something that lasts, if you want to become someone worth remembering, you better get used to walking alone into the fire. That's where you find who the fuck you really are. Like the video, comment, stay hard, and subscribe. Don't confuse this message. I'm not saying isolate yourself to be some lone wolf who hates the world. I'm saying stop using the absence of help as a goddamn excuse. Stop waiting for a training partner. Stop hoping someone's gonna come save your lazy ass. Do the fucking work anyway, whether there's applause or silence, whether there's a crowd or nobody watching. The real dogs train alone, build alone, suffer alone, and then when the world finally notices, they realize you never needed them in the first place. Most of you punk-ass bitches don't want to admit this. You're scared to be alone because when it's just you, you're forced to face yourself, and you don't like what you see. You see all the times you quit. You see the lies, the softness, the weakness you buried under distractions and bullshit. When there's no noise, no friends hyping you up, no social media to pretend on, then it's just you and your truth. And most people don't have the balls to look that deep. They'd rather stay distracted and be average than be alone and become dangerous. But that's where killers are made, in the silence, in the solitude, when it's cold, dark, and lonely, and you still fucking show up. When you keep grinding, even when nobody gives you credit. That's the shit that builds unbreakable character. That's how you develop a mindset that doesn't crack under pressure. When the world turns its back on you and you get better anyway, that's when you're becoming a savage. People always ask me, what do I do when nobody believes in me? I tell them, good. Now you've got a reason to fucking rise. The best fuel is doubt. The best training partner is silence. You've got to fall in love with the grind nobody sees, the pain nobody cares about, the sacrifices nobody will ever clap for. Because when you build alone, you don't owe shit to anyone. You're accountable to your own fucking standard. You want to know what doing it alone really means? It means waking up early when nobody's watching. It means hitting that run in the rain, hitting that gym when your body screams no, studying your craft when everyone else is asleep, and doing that shit without validation. It means bleeding in the dark so you can shine in the light. And when that light finally hits you, people won't see the lonely nights, the cold mornings, the missed parties, the silent pain, but you will. And that's what makes it worth it. But most of you are too soft. You want someone to check in on you. You want your phone to buzz with some dumbass quote of the day to get moving. Wake the fuck up. The clock's ticking. You're either growing or dying. You're either getting harder or getting weaker. And the truth is, no one's gonna babysit your dreams. You either fight for it alone or you die watching others succeed while you rot in regret. Let me be brutally clear. You don't need more friends, more likes, more support. You need more guts, more grit, more fucking accountability. And that shit is forged in solitude, not in group chats, not in online comments, but in quiet rooms, early mornings, late nights, and endless fucking discipline. That's how real men are built. You think I had a cheering squad when I was running on broken legs? You think people gave a fuck when I was dragging myself through the pain, alone, bleeding, broken, and still pushing? Hell no. I was doing that shit because I made a deal with myself. I wasn't going to die a weak man. I wasn't going to leave this world with potential still inside me. I was going to go out empty. That takes solitude. That takes silence. That takes pain. Every excuse you make, Every delay, every second you wait for someone else to hold your hand, that's another nail in the coffin of your potential. Get that through your thick skull. You're not owed shit. The world doesn't give a fuck if you make it or not. Success is reserved for the ones who can keep showing up, bleeding, sweating, crying, and doing it all by themselves. Because here's the truth, even when people say they support you, most of them are watching to see if you'll fail. And when you do, they'll smile and say they knew it. That's why doing it alone is the most powerful move you'll ever make. It shuts everybody the fuck up. When you build your body, your business, your mind, your life without help, you become untouchable. Doing it alone means you stop outsourcing your discipline. You stop needing external validation. You become your own motivation, your own competitor, your own enemy, and your own savior. You set your standards. You push past your limits, and you become a one-man army. You become the storm. So quit the whining. Quit waiting for the stars to align, for someone to pick you up for the perfect time. That weak-ass mindset is the reason you're stuck, the reason you're soft, the reason you haven't done shit with your life yet. You want change? Good. Then get comfortable being uncomfortable. Get used to long days and longer nights. Get used to winning with nobody clapping. Get used to losing and still lacing up the next day. Doing it alone doesn't mean you never ask for help, but it means your success doesn't depend on anyone. It means you're going to show up whether they support you or not. It means you'll grind even if the world spits in your face. That's how champions are made. That's how warriors are born. In the pit, in the quiet, in the fucking loneliness. And I get it. Loneliness hurts. It sucks. But so does being a failure. So does looking in the mirror and knowing you gave up because nobody showed up to hold your hand. Choose your pain. The pain of growth alone or the pain of regret surrounded by cowards. If you got nothing else, no money, no connections, no help, you still have discipline. You still have time. You still have that fire inside you, but only if you stop playing victim. Only if you stop acting like a little pussy waiting for permission to start. Nobody's gonna give you the green light. You gotta run the red lights until you build your own road. And if you're serious about going deeper, about building that savage mindset that doesn't rely on anyone, go get the book, Can't Hurt Me. It'll rip the softness out of your soul. It'll give you the raw, unfiltered truth you've been hiding from. Buy it while it's still on sale through the pinned comment and in the description of this video. You want peace? Earn it in the chaos? You want strength? Build it in solitude? You want freedom? Pay for it with pain. And stop expecting someone to walk the path with you. The road to greatness is meant to be walked alone. Walk it like a savage. Here's something most weak-ass people don't want to admit. Your little comfort circle is holding you back. Every time you wait on someone to come with you to the gym, every time you skip a workout because your buddy bailed, every time you slack off because nobody's watching, you're telling yourself you're not strong enough to stand on your own 2 feet. And that kind of soft-ass thinking, that's why you'll never be great. Greatness doesn't get built in groups. It doesn't grow in comfort. It gets forged in fire, alone. The real dogs, the real motherfuckers out there changing their lives. They're not waiting on motivation. They're not scrolling for inspiration. They wake up every damn day and go to war with themselves, by themselves. You've got to kill the version of you that needs a cheering squad just to move. That punk's got to die. Look, I know you got people around you. I know you got family, maybe a girl, maybe some friends, but that doesn't mean shit when you're in the pit. They can't drag your ass out when you're drowning in excuses, doubt, and fear. That's on you. That fight happens in the dark. You want out? You climb, motherfucker. You bleed. You claw your way up brick by brick. And when you do, you'll know. You'll know it wasn't handed to you. You built it alone. And no one can ever take that from you. Here's the test. Can you stay locked in when no one's texting you to check up? Can you stick to your diet when no one's watching your plate? Can you grind, sacrifice, and suffer in silence while everyone else is out partying and making excuses? Most can't. Most crumble without attention. But the real ones, they fucking love it. They love being counted out. They love the silence because that's where killers thrive. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you scared yourself? Not with some dumb horror movie, but by setting a standard so damn high that it made your stomach turn. When was the last time you set a goal that required you to become a whole new beast? If you haven't done that in a while, it's because you've gotten comfortable. You've surrounded yourself with average and it's made you soft. Doing it alone, that's the cure for comfort. You start facing your demons. You hear that voice in your head telling you to quit, and you tell it to fuck off. You start building real self-respect, not from likes or praise, but from the fact that you didn't give up when everything told you to. That's where confidence comes from, not external bullshit. It comes from consistent pain and growth, alone. And let me say this, when you stop needing people, you become dangerous. Not in a fake ego way, but in a real, unshakable, built from the ground up kind of way. Because when you've proven to yourself that you can endure, fight, build, and win solo, there's no fear left. You've already been through the fire. You've already done the work in the shadows. That's the kind of savage that can't be broken. But too many of you are still begging for guidance, still looking for permission, still crying about how you don't have support. Fuck that. There's no cavalry coming. You're the cavalry. You've got 2 hands, 2 legs, a working mind, and time left on the clock. That's all you fucking need. The rest is just noise. Cut the excuses, cut the bitch ass whining. Your dreams are waiting, but they ain't coming down to your level. You gotta rise. And rising takes pain. It takes silence. It takes getting real uncomfortable for a long fucking time. Alone. You know what's worse than being alone? Being dependent. Being some soft-ass grown adult who still blames the world for why they haven't made it. That shit is pathetic. Every time you say, I can't because I don't have this or that, you're proving to the world you don't want it bad enough. Because the ones who really want it, they adapt. They figure it out. They push through. They suffer alone. And when you finally do make it, when the body's built, the business is thriving, your name starts getting mentioned, that's when they all show up. The doubters, the ghosts, the ones who went missing when you needed them most. Let them watch. Let them sit in the stands while you perform. Because the moment they left, they gave up the right to walk with you in the light. That's the price of solitude and the reward. The journey alone teaches you discipline. It teaches you consistency. But most importantly, it teaches you to respect yourself. Because now you're not pretending. You're not hiding behind anyone. You're not inflating your ego off the backs of others. It's you, raw, real, and unbreakable. There's a moment in every savage's life where they have to make the decision, sink or swim. No lifeboats, no rescue, just cold fucking water and your will to survive. And most people drown, not because they can't swim, but because they've never been forced to do it alone. So when the tides turn, when the storm comes, they panic. They look around for help, and when there's none, they sink. But not you, not after today. After today, you'll understand that solitude isn't weakness. It's power. It's clarity. It's the fucking forge. Stop fearing it. Embrace it. Hunt it down. Because when you come out the other side, you'll be reborn. Not soft, not fragile, but forged like fucking steel. And every time you choose to face the pain head on, alone, you're building something they can't see, something they'll never understand, a mindset that doesn't need noise, a strength that doesn't need praise, a life that doesn't crumble under pressure. So do it alone, suffer alone, win alone. And when it's time to speak, let your results scream loud enough to to shut every soft motherfucker the fuck up. And if you're still trying to break that soft ass mindset, still trying to become someone you respect, go read Can't Hurt Me. That book ain't for the weak, it's for the real ones. Buy it while it's still on sale through the pinned comment and in the description of this video. Because in the end, when the lights go out and you're alone with your thoughts, all that matters is this. Did you fight? Did you build? Did you suffer for something greater? Or did you die a punk, scared of the silence? It's your call. Stay hard.